I wouldn't say I was one of the better athletes, but I was very competitive, and I think that's, I think that was one reason I was able to perform pretty well. Athletically, I've never been the best, but I'm very competitive, so that carried me through a lot of times. I didn't start seeing like the mixed martial arts and martial arts until a little bit later, like 7th or 8th grade. But the reason I got into wrestling is I watched that movie, The Mighty Ducks, the hockey movie, and the guys could fight, and I really thought that was cool to fight. And we went down to the hockey ring with my dad, and it turned out to be like $500 for the season, $500 for the equipment. So he said, let's wrestle. All I have to do is buy you the shoes. It's a lot cheaper. So started doing it that way, and just haven't looked back since. Sociology, but I like to say I got a major in jiu-jitsu, because all I did was go to school and take notes on jiu-jitsu, what I did the night before, instead of taking notes in class. And I rolled every single night, and because I didn't wrestle in college, so I missed that aspect. So I got in jiu-jitsu, and I got a major in sociology, minor in business, but I really just majored in jiu-jitsu. I was drawn to jiu-jitsu because the thing that always appealed to me from wrestling was the tougher man always wins, and I always prided myself on being mentally tough, and be able to push through things that other people couldn't push through. And I didn't do that in college, and so I really kind of was lost for a few months there. I didn't know what to do with myself. A friend introduced me to jiu-jitsu, and I went in and I got choked out by guys a quarter my size. So I walked out of there going, I need to learn whatever these guys know. So, I started doing it just for fun, just because it pushed me and it was something I could go and work hard at. I wasn't ever much into the partying thing in college, and so it was a way for me to occupy my nights and, walk out of there feeling good. First fight was really quick, actually. It was, just went in there, threw a couple punches, took him down, took his back, choked him out. But the adrenaline was crazy, but I like to say I didn't really have my first fight until I think it was like 3 or 4 fights into it, because they were quick, so I didn't really get to experience it. But once I finally got into what I call a real fight, where, you got to come back from adversity, you're putting in bad positions. And so my first real fight wasn't until, I lost, and I think that was my 3rd or 4th fight. And after that, I came out, with the sense that I'd done something that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do, and so, yeah, it's hard to put in words, what fighting's really like, but to me, it's the most real feeling that you can have as a person, for me at least, because you go in, you react, you don't think about anything, you just fight, and it's a very primal feeling, and I love it. I don't know how she would describe me as a person, but I think she would say hardworking and dedicated would be 2 of the things that would come out. She knows that I like to be at the gym every day, even when I'm hurt or when I'm sick or whatever. I still got to do something. I can't just sit around and do nothing. And I think that's how she would describe me, hopefully. I'm trying to be, that's a good question. I'm still in the process of working that all out, but one thing I do know is I want my daughter, when she gets older and she looks at her dad, I want her to be proud of her dad. When she, because nowadays, when kids grow up, they can find everything out that they want about you just by Googling your name. So, I want to live my life in a way that there is nothing that she can look down upon. I want her to be proud of me and be proud of what I've accomplished with my career. And so that's my only concern nowadays, is do stuff that my daughter would be proud of. I'm most proud of my daughter, As far as my career goes, I think it's yet to come. I really believe that I haven't gotten to that point yet, and I think, in the next, 3 or 4 years is going to be what I accomplish the most. But my biggest life accomplishment is definitely my daughter,